So we need to involve autonomy in the classroom means that we need to get students to actively make decisions on how to to perform tasks. They need to be informed, they need to be prepared, they need to be supported by us as teachers so that they can do this in a responsible and an efficient way.
Hi, I'm Hedvig from Gallery Teachers. Welcome to our channel. If you are an English teacher or considering becoming one, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for our weekly TEFL teaching tips.
A common question that we often get asked is how to ensure engagement when teaching teenagers. That's something that seems to be at the core of teaching teenagers. In order to be able to answer this, one has to understand a fundamental aspect of teaching teenagers is that they often do not have a personal reason for learning English. They are in the classroom, especially at school or even in language centers, because they have to, not because they particularly want to spend the afternoon with you. So, how can you develop engagement in something that they're not really interested in? Well, the way that you can create that engagement and create this motivation is by fostering autonomy, their autonomy, and also to develop student-fronted classroom. How can we do that? Well, autonomy in the ELT classroom with teens is actually more than just about students doing their things on their own. It's the idea is that the more teenagers get to do in the class, the more they will engage with the language. We often, as teachers, are asked in methodology books to reflect on the roles that we have as teachers, the roles that we perform in the classroom. What about making a list of all the possible roles that the students, the teen students, could actually perform? Maybe interviewer, listener, partner. And we try to incorporate these in the lesson so that language will need to serve our students not just in order to do a control practice or some kind of activity we want, but for different functions. And through this, they will learn that English is needed for more than just completing activities. So we need to involve autonomy in the classroom means that we need to get students to actively make decisions on how to perform tasks. They need to be informed, they need to be prepared, they need to be supported by us as teachers so that they can do this in a responsible and an efficient way. So students need to be active. In order to be active, they need to be have some initiative. But given initiative, they need to have space for it. And to be given space, well, the teacher has to feel that they can do it. So it's essential that we provide support. Support in them becoming the teacher. Now, I'm not saying that we have to give them the whole class to teach, but to give them small things to be able to do. And obviously, don't start by giving them an entire task to perform. Give them maybe just the feedback stage. And once they have mastered doing the feedback stage, then they can maybe introduce the topic themselves. So it is a very progressive sequence of action. Now, being the teacher is not only being the teacher to their peers, but also, teens teaching teens. It's absolutely great, but you will need to provide some kind of support for this. You will need to provide a template. You will need to provide preparation time in the classroom. You can't just let them do it. Autonomy is not kicking them out and saying, now you're on your own. You have to provide the scaffolding necessary for them to perform, because if they can't perform properly the task, then they'll never want to do it and it will backfire. Something else that you can do to foster autonomy is to teens teaching primary students if you work within a school and your DOS allows you, or doing class-to-class presentations. So, for example, we would have a grade 10 students going to grade 9 students and explaining what they can expect from the next year. So all these things will create greater autonomy, greater engagement, but there will still be language learning happening through those lessons. And this is what we're looking for. So what do you think? Have you got anything you would like to add to this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you do in your classroom? Please let us know in the comments below.